Why did workers strike during World War I? Imagine working long hours in tough conditions, feeling the weight of a war that's draining your resources and patience. During World War I, many workers decided enough was enough and took action. You might wonder why they chose to strike when their country was fighting a global war. Well, the reasons go beyond simple dissatisfaction. They were put enormous pressure on economies and societies, leading to food shortages, rising prices, and a higher cost of living. Workers faced these hardships daily while still expected to produce more for the war effort. Many strikes started because of food shortages and inflation. For example, in Germany in January of 1918, workers in industrial regions protested because they couldn't get enough food and were tired of war fatigue. The Russian Revolution of 1917 also inspired workers worldwide. They saw the possibility of political change and wanted to end the war and improve their lives. Socialist and Marxist groups pushed for political reforms alongside economic demands, fueling political dissent. In the United States, after entering the war in 1917, workers in industries like shipbuilding, mining, and textiles began striking over wages that didn't keep up with inflation. They also protested poor working conditions and long hours. The war created full employment, but it also made conflicts over workplace control worse. Many strikes involved thousands of workers and were tied to broader social struggles in working-class neighborhoods. The government and industries responded differently to these strikes. Sometimes, the government sent in military units to break strikes and keep production going. For example, in the lumber industry, soldiers were used to end strikes. But the war also pushed some reforms, like the 8-hour workday, which was partly a result of labor pressure during this time. After the war ended, unrest didn't stop. Workers kept fighting for union recognition, shorter hours, and wages that matched rising prices. The 1919 strike wave in the United States involved millions of workers and showed how economic struggles and fears of radical political ideas, inspired by the Russian Revolution, were behind the unrest. In short, workers struck during World War I because the war made their economic hardships worse, created political tensions, and revealed how little their rights and living conditions had improved. These strikes were both about immediate needs and broader political protests, showing how deeply the war affected everyday life on the home front.